Hey guys, welcome on into another episode of Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at TE Picks over on X, ready to break down the Thursday slate. 9 games today, but some really good spots. Some games I really like, and I actually really like this slate. I think it's one of the better slates that we've had in a while. So excited to break it down. Of course, my low volume approach went out the window today, but because there's a lot of good spots on today's slate. So we are going to jump into that. We'll take a look at yesterday. And my only play here on the show, Andre Burakovsky over half a point, lost. The Chicago Blackhawks finally slayed the Dragon in the Vancouver Canucks, a team that had won 14 of the previous 15 meetings. The Blackhawks finally getting the job done on yesterday's slate. Some other games that were Toronto continues to be an over machine, a 5-3 win against Utah. Washington beats the Blues 6-1. And congrats to Alex Ovechkin for scoring his 900th NHL goal. Jordan Binnington then put the puck in his pants behind him, trying to hide it. And of course got caught, and then and then he allowed 2 more goals after that and got pulled. So just an awful game for poor Jordan Binnington yesterday. I am so sad to see that happen to him. I'm not. Other games, Calgary beats Columbus 5-1. Columbus money line was my premium play yesterday. The Blue Jackets really outshot the Flames, but the Flames getting the 5-1 win. And then San Jose continues their previous success against the Kraken, a 6-1 win for the Sharks. So yesterday was, if you bet the overs on yesterday's slate, you were pretty darn happy with every game going over except Calgary Columbus, which was a 5-1 score. And then if you bet puck lines, yesterday was a good day for puck lines. So we'll see what happens today. It is a brand new day, and we'll get to it here shortly. It's NHL time. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Afternoon, Terry. Let's cash. Sounds good, Brewski. Sounds good. Mr. Edelman. Hello, Mr. Earl. Go Sabres. Hey, it's a good spot for the Sabres. We'll get to that. But laughing. Yes, laughing. Can't blame him for trying. Jay Binney will bounce back. No, he won't bounce back. Not at all. As an investor in Bedard goal last night, those Canucks 2 garbage time goals to set up the empty net was a godsend. There you go. Happy to see it. Well, I'm happy to see it for you. Maybe I'm not so happy that it was Bedard, but happy for you, Brewski. That's what matters. I smashed the like, Terry. Thank you, Richie. Everyone be like Richie. Hopefully your like buttons still work. If not, you can send angry comments to Richie in the chat. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. But well, we'll jump into today's slate, and I'm breaking down most of the games here. As always, a few games I don't have any plays in. I'll do at the end of the show. But first game that I'm going to be breaking down here is the Minnesota Wild and the Carolina Hurricanes. The Wild plus 165 road dogs. The Hurricanes minus 200 home favorites, and a total of 6 here in this game. And this one's interesting. The Wild 5-6-3 on the season now, 2-3-1 on the road. The Hurricanes 8-4 on the season and 3-1 at home. The Wild have won back-to-back games. Now, they were against Vancouver and Nashville, so I'm not going to say the Wild are back and they're the team that they were expected to be. I want to see it first. Now, if they have a convincing win here in Carolina, then my opinion might change. And looking at previous history between these teams, the Wild have done very well against the Canes. They've won 6 of the last 8 games between the teams, won both meetings last year. And 6 of the last 8 between these teams have gone under 5.5. So we have seen lower scoring games between these teams. The Wild have been an over machine until 2 of their last 3 games, one against Pittsburgh, 4-1 loss, and then the 3-2 overtime win against Nashville. And then the Hurricanes, back-to-back unders for them, 2-1 against Boston and 3-0 against the Rangers. So when I look at this game, I would kind of lean with the under, but not getting to it here. And I've been saying that the books have been making the Wild way too big of favorites here during their stretch. But now I think they're a little bit too big of a dog. So the books just, my thoughts in the Wild and the book's thoughts in the Wild are completely wrong this year. I think they're a bit too big of a dog here in this spot in Carolina, a place they've had success. I'm not going to take the Wild, though, because I still want to see a little bit more from them. Looking at players that are playing well, I don't know what to say. Marcus Johansson is on a 6-game point streak. 2 points in the last game. 4 games before that, 1 point. 2 games before that, or 2 points in the previous game. 8 of his last 10 games, he has a point. Plus 144 for Johansson to get a point. I should be on that. I should. But I can't do it because now I've said in the show before that I'm not I'm a believer of you can jump on a streak when a player's on a streak. Like I did that with Geeky, who I think had scored in 4 games in a row, and then I bet on him in the 5th. But with Johansson personally, I'm going to stay off because he's been doing so well, and I don't want to take it. But for you guys, and also I don't want to take it because I can't believe that it's happening. This was a player that I did not want signed whatsoever. I did not want the Wild to sign him whatsoever, and right now he's been their best player over the last 6 games. So can't believe I'm saying that, but it is what it is. Other guys on streaks here. Rossi's point streak came to an end in his last game, plus 102, still on the top line with Kaprizov and Johansson. This might be Johansson's last game on the top line. It sounds like Matt Zuccarello will be returning tomorrow against the New York Islanders. Is this the first game of a back-to-back for the Wild? Marcus Johansson assist 3 games in a row, plus 250. And then he and Kaprizov have scored recently. Kaprizov plus 130 for a goal, so not really much value there. And that's basically it for this game. No plays for me in this one, but I still wanted to break it down here. Richie, you broke my like button. Oh, wow, Richie. Wow. Banned. We're going to ban you. No, I'm kidding. Kaprizov anytime goal. Johansson point is ridiculous. Yeah, it is. It is. Because the Wild are such big dogs, that's why Johansson point is at. And like I said, this might be the last time to take Johansson point because I don't know if he's going to get moved to the second line. I don't know if they want to touch that. So he might be moving down to the third line after tonight's game. So might be the last time to get Johansson point because I don't see him doing this on the third line. What's up, gang? Let's have a day. Hey, Sweet Lou. How's it going? And yes, let's have a good day. Yes, Terry. Yes. Refs gave him 2 points the last game. LOL. That was a gift goal. Yes, I did discuss this already. And I said that I did not think that it should have been a goal. Just now, technically, the rules say what they say, and that technically it was counted as a goal, but I don't believe that it was going in. Annan pushed the goal net off the crease. I don't believe the way Johansson was aiming that it was going to go in. I think it was going to miss. So probably shouldn't have been a goal. And I can't believe the referees did something nice to the Wild. That's just not what usually happens. Do it, Terry. I'm going to stay off because I'm not jumping on now. I'm not jumping on. Tarasenko point, a good look, and Blake point, also good looks. But On to our next game and one of the game of the nights. We've got two really good games between two really good teams. And this is the first one, Montreal Canadiens and the New Jersey Devils. The Habs plus 120, road dogs, and the Devils minus 140, home favorites. A total of 6 here in this one. And I forgot goalies in the last game. How could I do that? Gustafsson confirmed for the Wild. Nobody yet confirmed for Carolina in this game. But back to this one, and I'll start with goalies so I don't forget. And actually, I wouldn't forget for this one because goalies are matchup is really important in this game. If you didn't see my preview, I did preview this game on the Picks and Parlays YouTube channel last night. But looking at this one here, we have a streak that's about to end. Jakub Dobeš is 6-0-0 on the season, 1.97 goals against average, 930 save percentage. And we have a New Jersey Devils team that has not lost a game at home this year. They are a perfect 5-0-0. One of those two streaks are going to end here. And this one, the Devils 6-1 in the last 7 games between these two teams. And 4 of the last 6 have gone over 6.5 between these two teams. Now, when I look at the side here, if I was betting a side, it would 100% be Montreal. I know the Devils have had success against the Habs in the past, but Jakub Dobeš, this isn't just a 2 or 3 game sample size. This is 6 games where he has been absolutely fantastic for the Habs. He should be the starter. He 100% should be the starting goaltender on this team with how Samuel Montembeault has played. And when I'm looking to bet on the Habs, it's not when Samuel Montembeault is in net. That's for sure. It's when Jakub Dobeš is starting. Looking at the Devils on the other side, while they are 5-0-0 at home, they played most of their home games during that really hot streak. Their last 4 games all on the road in Western Canada or in Western US. 8-4 loss to Colorado, 5-2 loss to San Jose, 4-1 win in LA, but most teams are winning in LA right now, and a 4-1 loss in Anaheim to the Ducks. So the Devils have been giving up some goals recently, and now they're coming back home. Ultimately, I'm not getting to the side here, but I do lean with Montreal. However, Ivan Demidov, anytime goal, plus 340 here in this one. Demidov has scored in 3 of his last 4 games. He's really heating up for the Montreal Canadiens right now. And of course, he is on the third line, but he's on that top power play, which has been very dangerous for the Habs recently. A lot of the guys in the power on the penalty kill are focusing on Caulfield, which is giving Demidov some very nice opportunities. Plus 340 for him to score is just too big of a plus money price here. I absolutely had to jump on it in this game. I want to be surprised if this one goes to overtime, but I should mention for the Devils, it's Jacob Markstrom, who has not got off to the best start, 3-2 with a 4.17 goals against average and an 875 save percentage. Montreal definitely has the goalie advantage here in this one. Looking at some other players on streaks here. Let me take a quick look at shots and goal. I've been kind of skipping shots and goal recently, but nobody really on the big streak there. Point prop, Lane Hudson, 7-game point streak, but minus 150. Not a play for me. Juraj Slafkovsky, a point in 4 consecutive games, minus 114. So he's at a decent price, obviously top line for the Montreal Canadiens, and I believe the top power play as well. Caulfield, no big surprise there. For New Jersey, Dawson Mercer, a point in 4 games in a row, minus 112. There's some value with him in this one. The only guy on a streak right now is Demidov, back-to-back games with a goal here. Power play point props. The Habs are the Devils are going to want to stay out of the penalty box here in this one. Juraj Slafkovsky, 4-game power play point streak plus 300. Nick Suzuki, 4-game power play point streak plus 175. Caulfield, 3-game power play point streak, plus 240. And then Demidov, plus 325 for a power play point. He's got 2 power play points in 2 of his last 4 games, and then nothing in the other 2. So Devils are going to want to stay out of the penalty box here. This one, assists streaks, Lane Hudson 6 games in a row, minus 134, no value there. Cole Caulfield is assisting recently, 3 games in a row, plus 130. And for the Devils, Timo Meier, an assist in 3 of his last 5 games, but going back further, 6 of his last 10. But he's done well against Montreal. He has an assist in 5 of his last 6 and 6 of his last 8 games against the Habs. So Timo Meier assist could be a good look here, but if you think I'm taking a player prop against Jakub Dobiš with his numbers, not happening. Not happening here. Demidov assist. Yes, he's been assisting as well, so you could go that route as well. You could. Dobiš has given up 3 goals in each of his last 2 games. Has he? Oh yeah. He's been a little bit more down to earth, but still winning games. After giving up 6 in his first 4 games, Markstrom has given up 13 goals in 2 losses this year. Habs team total over 3, plus 105. Okay. Anytime goal. Yes, anytime goal. Yes. Slavkovsky, anytime goal. A good luck. And here we go. We're going to like it. This game is going to be a really great game to watch, obviously, but it's going to be a good test because we've got these, we've got obviously the Devils' undefeated home streak, Jakub Dobiš's undefeated streak. We have a red hot power play, but also the number 1 home penalty kill. So this is going to be a really interesting game between 2 top teams in the Eastern Conference. But we will move on along to our next one, Ottawa Senators and the Boston Bruins. Here in this one, Ottawa, minus 140. Road favorites, the Bruins, plus 120. Home dogs, and a total of 6 here in this one. Looking at goalies, Linus Ullmark for the Senators, 5-4-2 with a 3.41 goals against average and 862 save percentage. But he started to turn things around a little bit here. Ottawa's been winning some games recently. On the other side, Jonas Korpisalo, 3-3, 3.49 goals against average, 882 save percentage. Now we'll be facing his former team here in this one, and had very good numbers against his former team last year. 0.62 goals against average and a 978 save percentage in 2 games. But I don't think that's going to be happening here in this one. Looking at previous games between these teams, Ottawa 5-1 in the last 6 between these teams. 3 of the last 4 have gone over 8.5. And Ottawa scored at least 6 goals in 3 of their last 4 against the Bruins. So Jonas Korpisalo might be in for a tough game here in this one. For me, Drake Batherson, over half an assist, plus 110 in this game. Drake Batherson has been playing very, very, very good for the Ottawa Senators. He's on a 5-game, he is on for a second. 5-game point streak. During this streak, 3 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point against Calgary, and then 2 points against Montreal. So 4 of his last 5 games, he has multiple points. Goals, he scored in 3 of the last 5, 2 goals against Boston in the game against Boston. And then when you look at his assists, 8 of his last 9 games, Drake Batherson has an assist, including the game against Boston. So plus 110 for a guy to get an assist who's done it in 8 of his last 9 games against 2 teams that are been in high-scoring games recently. No-brainer play here. I really do lean with Drake Batherson over 1.5 points as well, which I think was around plus 2 something. So some great value there. I think Batherson has a big game. He and Stützle, both on point streaks, both playing pretty well for the Senators. Let's take a look at other guys on streaks here. For the Boston Bruins, Pavel Zacha, minus 120 to get a point. He's got one in 4 games in a row. Victor Arvidsson has a point in 6 of his last 8 and has done very well against the Senators recently. A point in 4 consecutive games against the Senators, 2 multi-point games during that stretch. So Arvidsson has had some success against the Senators, and Arvidsson has scored in back-to-back games, plus 330. So he's got a hot stick right now. And he has also scored in 3 games in a row against the Ottawa Senators. So Victor Arvidsson could be a good look here for Boston. And then assist streaks, other than Batherson, Stützle had his assist streak end, but he still has one in 4 or 5, plus 100. Shane Pinto, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 203. McAvoy, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 146. And Casey Middlestat, back-to-back games with an assist, plus 250. So some other players here to look at in this game. Starting to cap NHL now, Buffalo puck line. We will be talking about them in 30 seconds. Habs money line. I would go that way. Arvidsson, 8 goals in 10 games versus Ottawa, plus 310 anytime goal. Arvidsson power play point, plus 450. Ottawa, 32nd ranked road penalty kill. I love it. I paired Batherson and Malkin assists. Been fairly profitable. I like those. We'll talk about Malkin here shortly. Jake Sanderson assists, plus 110. Not a bad look. A Geeky and Crosby goal parlay. That's an interesting one. I like it. Pens money line. We'll be talking about them very soon as well. But next game is the St. Louis Blues and the Buffalo Sabres. A lot of gold. Blue and gold here on the screen. But luckily the Blues changed to this nicer blue or this other blue instead of the dark blue. Then it would just look very similar. But Blues plus 110, road dogs. The Sabres minus 130, home favorites, and a total of 6.5 here in this game. Joel Hofer likely for the Blues here after Bennington got pulled. Hofer came in and still, I believe, allowed 2 goals on 15 shots. Hofer 1-3 with a 5 goals against average and an .836 save percentage. The Blues just can't get goaltending from either guy right now. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen 1-0-1 for the Sabres so far. 3.33 goals against average, .875 save percentage. Still getting back into the swing of things after starting the season injured. Looking at previous games between these two teams, Buffalo 4-2 in the last 6 meetings. For a total of 6, 8 overs, 1 under, 2 pushes. So for a total of 6.5, 8 overs, 3 unders in the last 11 meetings. And Buffalo has scored at least 4 against St. Louis in 5 of their last 6 meetings between these two teams. And that was with a Blues team that was much better at stopping goals. This Blues team has not been able to stop goals at all. Looking at this game, you're not going to see me taking Buffalo Sabres minus 130 on the money line. I just, not something that I would do. But Sabres team total over 3.5 is plus 114, plus 110, plus 105. So whatever you can get that for, that's the way I would go. Sabres team total over. The issue, though, and why I don't have any player props or anything at all in this game is not a lot of Sabres players are on any streaks right now. So it's difficult to see where all the offense is going to come from Buffalo. It could come from any of their lines, but Josh Doan, Alex Tuch were on some streaks. Both did not get a point in the last game. So those could be guys to look at. Pia Suter for the Blues, a point in 4 of his last 5. He's plus 139. Nobody's on any kind of goal streak in this game. Assist streaks, Thomas, 4 of his last 5. Didn't get one in last night. But basically, that's about it. So, while I do lean with the Sabres team total, this is a great spot for Buffalo. Obviously rested with this Blues team coming in who can't stop the puck. This should be a great spot for Buffalo, but nothing for me. I do lean heavily, though, with the Sabres team total over in this game. Quack money line. We'll get there. Kyrou healthy scratch. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Brucey. St. Louis is healthy scratching Jordan Kyrou here in this game. One of their top offensive players this season. Things are not going well in St. Louis. That's for sure. Things are not going well. Preds puck line. Whoa. I disagree with that one. Buffalo team total over. Yes, that's the way I would go. Braden Shen has 5 goals in 5 games against UPL. Okay, plus 350. It's Braden Shen. Good luck. Thank you, Jonathan. But we will move on along to the next game, and I really like this one. I do. Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Caps, minus 115, road favorites. The Penguins, minus 105, home dogs, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. Washington, 4-3 in the last 7 games between these teams. 3 overs, 2 unders, 2 games finished with 6 goals. So pretty even here. Sometimes we get overs, sometimes we get unders. Washington wins, Pittsburgh wins. Not really any long history stat between these teams. And it'll be the 99th meeting between Crosby and Ovechkin. So not the 100th meeting yet, 99, which will be, I think, a great game to watch here with this one. Looking at goalies, Charlie Lindgren likely for the Caps with Logan Thompson going last night. Logan Thompson has been the far better and more consistent goaltender. Lindgren, 1-2-1 with a 3.46 goals against average, 880 save percentage. Had a shutout in his first game, but since then has not been good at all. So Artur Silvos for the Penguins, 3-2-2 with a 2.66 goals against average and a 913 save percentage here. In this one, didn't have a great game in his last game, 5-2 loss to the Winnipeg Jets. So when I look at this game from a side or total perspective, I would lean with the over here, over 6.5. I think we're going to get goals on both sides here in this one. And play number 1 is Evgeny Malkin, over half an assist at minus 104 here in this one. Malkin has an assist in 11 of 14 games this season, including 8 of his last 9. He has just been consistent for this Penguins team. One of the big parts to this team that reasons they've had success so far this year has been Malkin. Second line, top power play. I like him for an assist here. But the player to watch, in my opinion, here in this game is Ben Kindle. Now, his point prop was not available this morning. It is available now. I saw plus 125 at Bet365. I think MGM has plus 110 or plus 115. I like both, goal and point prop. I might very well get to the point prop as well. Ben Kindle, plus 270 to score here. He's on the top line with Brian Rust and Sidney Crosby. So right off the bat, right there, that's reason enough to take him for a goal or point prop. But he's also on that top power play as well. So there's just a ton of value with Ben Kindle here. Anytime goal, plus 270. He has scored in 2 of his last 3 games for this Pittsburgh Penguins team. Getting the Caps on a back-to-back with Lindgren in net. I love this spot for Ben Kindle to score here in this one. But looking at some other players here, bear with me for a second. Point props, Crosby, Rust, Malkin, all they're in a point props. You can't bet it, but on streaks. Tom Wilson's been on a good streak recently. Erik Karlsson back-to-back games with a point. He's been doing pretty good recently. Crosby goal streak has kind of slowed down though. Power play point props. Malkin has a power play point in 3 games in a row. Assists. Brian Rust has been assisting a lot, of course, with Crosby scoring and Kindle scoring. Rust has been assisting. Plus 100 for his assists, 4 of his last 5 games. Obviously, I mentioned Malkin already here in this one. Let's see what people are thinking here. Let's see. Where did I leave off? There we go. Lindgren in net. Love Pens props. I agree, as you just saw. Jacob Chikrin point. Okay, so I got a Washington prop there. Malkin assist, Erik Karlsson assist, Crosby anytime goal. I like it. Pens money line. All right. Power play point, I got a plus 650. I believe it's plus 450 now for Kindle. Wow, that's a high. Let's go take a look. Let's go and take a look and see. Wrong game. Let's go and see. That's you got a great odds on that. But yeah, obviously the Penguins having success and plus 450 at most spots, plus 400 at FanDuel. So yeah, great value there. I paired Kindle and Matthew Wood goal parlay. Not a bad look. Both young guys. Wood has been doing good as well. So keep an eye on him. Plus 450 for the power play point. Yeah, just great value. And Jonathan got plus 575 this morning and it dropped to plus 450. Hey, plus 450 is still great. So, but yeah, you guys got great numbers. Good day, Terry. Hey, Captain Bry. How's it going? Plus 1,800 for 2 power play points. Wow. That would be a very nice cash for sure. Thoughts on blah, 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 blah versus blah, 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 blah? Sorry, Tim. You know my thoughts on basketball. Shane Pinto point is minus 105. That's good value. Yeah, I believe he's a 0.45. I think he's been doing pretty good. Arvidsson power play point plus 470 for Boston. Not a bad look, Max. I like it. He's been hot. Pinto is good at hockey. Yes, he is. But final game I'm going to break down, and then I'll get to the remaining games on the slate in the last segment. I mentioned earlier we've got New Jersey and we've got Montreal. A great game on today's slate. And we've also got this one, Anaheim Ducks and the Dallas Stars. The Ducks plus 150 road dogs. The Stars minus 180 home favorites. Total of 6 here in this game. Jake Oettinger confirmed for Dallas, so he'll be making his return here. Had his first child. Obviously he didn't have, but his wife had his first child. So dad power here in this game. He's been Oettinger's been great for the Stars. 5-2-2, 2.53 goals against average, 913 save percentage. No one yet confirmed for Anaheim. I would expect it to be Lucas Dostal. 6-3-1, 2.59 goals against average, 912 save percentage. So very similar numbers to Jake Oettinger this season. How have these teams done against each other in the past? Anaheim had really struggled against Dallas for a long time. I believe Dallas had won 8 in a row or 6 in a row. But the Ducks slayed the Dragon last year. Anaheim 2-0-1 against Dallas last year. 3-1-1 to a total of 6. So we've seen some higher scoring games between these two teams. For me, Ducks money line plus 160. Obviously, I did lock this in yesterday. The line has moved a little bit. And no, I don't really like betting against Dallas, but this is a price play for me right now. Ducks plus 160. This Ducks team has been playing great hockey. So is Dallas, but I think this game should be much closer priced than it is. So there's just a lot of value here with Anaheim. 4-2-1 on the road. What has Anaheim done in their last 4 games? 3-2 shootout win in Florida. a team that they'd really struggled against in the past. 5-2 win against a good Detroit team, a 4-1 win against a good Devils team, and then a 7-3 win in their last game against the Panthers. Dallas, off that 4-3 shootout win against Edmonton, back-to-back overtime and shootout losses to Tampa and Florida. Before that, I like the Ducks here, plus 160 in this game. And I also like Leo Carlsson over half an assist. I told you guys yesterday when I did the recap of the show before that I was going to be betting this, and I am once again. 6 games in a row with an assist for Leo Carlsson. I've cashed on him 3 games in a row. Not jumping off here. Great value at plus 125 in this game. Looking at some other players here on streaks. That was the wrong game. There we go. That's better. Leo Carlsson and Cutter Gauthier, both on 7-game point streaks, but minus 145 would have to be a parlay piece for me. Chris Kreider, 3-game point streak. He's plus 100 for a point here. 4 games in a row with a point against Dallas. So he's had success against the Stars in the past. And just plus 100 for a point for him. Looking at goal streaks, Chris Kreider scored in 3 games in a row, plus 235. Cutter Gauthier has scored in back-to-back games, plus 200. Mikko Rantanen, back-to-back games with a goal, plus 140 in this one. Mikko Rantanen, a power play point in 4 or 5. He's been consistent on the power play. Johnston, a power play point in back-to-back games, plus 190. Rantanen's plus 125. Carlson and Gauthier, both power play points in 3 of 5 games. Gauthier plus 300, Carlson plus 240. So some nice value with those two. And then assist props. Leo Carlsson, as I said, 6 games in a row. Cutter Gauthier as well. 3 games in a row with an assist. 4 of his last 5. He's plus 177. Jason Robertson, Mikko Rantanen, Jackson Lacombe, all on 2-game point streaks. Assist streaks. All have assists in 3 of their last 5. Robertson plus 105. Lacombe plus 176. Rantanen minus 160 or minus 142. So no value with him there in this one as a single assist prop. Let's see what the chat is saying here. Messing with you. Yeah, I know. Cutter Gauthier, anytime. Oh, Finnegan likes the Ducks. Finnegan likes the Ducks. So he's going to get a treat after the show. And then if the Ducks win, he'll get an even bigger treat later on. I like Gauthier. He's been scoring but assisting as well. So there you go. Good at hockey, but not good at hiding his bets. Pinto Parlay Pinto. And yes, no, that's in the past now. He's served his time. Jackson Lacombe point, plus 125, great value. I agree. Sam Reinhart's birthday. Okay, very nice. Just had his goal streak end, so maybe he gets back. I'm guessing I missed the Wild breakdown. Yes, at the very beginning, which was my favorite value play of the day. Mark, yeah. Plus, yeah, I know. You missed it, Captain Bry. Yes. I'm not taking him. I'm not jumping on that streak. I think this is the last chance to get Johansson on the top line because it sounds like Zuccarello will be back for tomorrow's game against the Islanders. So, yes, if you like Marcus Johansson, good plus money prop, get it today because I think it's done. Moose / Johnston, anytime goal. All right. I'll say it, Terry. Richie's angry because I am on Anaheim. What's Dostal's numbers versus Dallas like? I'm not sure. But since he went 2-0-1 against them last year, I would assume it would probably be not too bad. LOL. Yes. Leo Carlsson assist plus 125. Yeah. A good play. Love the value on the Ducks. Terry Carlson point parlay. Yeah, you could do that. Dallas has gone 9 straight games without a first period goal. Okay. So maybe an under in the first period. Power play point, Robert. Yeah, yes. Yes, I agree. Andre is 9-1 versus Anaheim. Loss last year was 2-1. Okay. Yeah, like I said, Anaheim had really Dallas had really dominated Anaheim prior to last year. Finnegan, go Ducks. Yes. Dostal 1-0-1 versus Dallas. Yes, makes sense. So maybe, I don't know. I want to see goals here. No unders allowed in this one. Jarvis, Geeky, and Caulfield plus 1793. You hit Matthew Celebrini Bedard plus 1624 yesterday. Very nice, Max. Very nice. I like it. Draw in the Dallas game. I could see it. Dallas has gone to overtime in 3 games in a row. So, and this, like I said, the odds in this game should be a lot closer. So I could definitely see overtime here. Other games in the slate that I did not break down. Let's see. I actually did all the early ones, so I did not skip an early game. So the 3 later games: Philadelphia and Nashville. Philadelphia 4-1-2 in the last 7 meetings between the teams. 6-1 to a total of 6. So 6 unders and 1 push. You've seen a lot of low-scoring games between Philly and Nashville. This is the only game that we have a confirmed goalie in, which is Dan Vladar. 5-3, 2.33 goals against average, 912 save percentage. His number's starting to come down to earth a little bit here. 3 of the last 6 between these teams went to overtime. So we could see a draw between Philly and Nashville. For me, if I was getting to the side here, I would be looking at the Flyers as a road dog. The Predators are just not a team that I'm looking to bet on really at any time right now. Maybe if they go on some kind of streak, but I haven't seen it. Looking at players doing well here. Travis Konechny has a 5-game point streak, minus 145, no value there. Noah Cates, playing with Konechny on that third line, has a point in 4 or 5 games, plus 118. So some good value with him. Goal streaks, Matthew Wood has scored in 3 of his last 4 games. Plus 400 to score here. Has faced Philadelphia once. He scored against them. So that was the first of his during this 3 game goal streak in 4 games. The first game was against Philly. So already scored against them, plus 400. Has been playing pretty well. So good value with Matthew Wood. Zegras has a power play point in 4 or 5 games. He's plus 250 for a power play point. Noah Cates has an assist in 4 of his last 5 games, plus 210. Trevor Zegras has an assist in 4 of his last 5, plus 120. So some good players to look at here. Next, Florida and Los Angeles. Florida 2-1 in the last 3 meetings. The Kings had won 6 in a row before that. So kind of like Dallas and Anaheim, one team has dominated previously. Last few games have gone to the other one. 4 games in a row, under 5.5 between these 2 teams. I obviously don't have any plays here, but the Panthers, I don't really like what I've seen from the Panthers recently. I don't want to back them. I'm not backing LA either, so no plays on the side or total. Player props, Brad Marchand is on a heater right now. 5-game point streak, and he's had success against LA as well. Minus 145 per point, so no value there. Scory Perry for the Kings, a point in 4 or 5, plus 136. Maki Samoskevich for Florida, a point in 4 or 5. He is plus 118. Eetu Luostarinen it's considered, I guess, the top line now. Marchand, Luostarinen, and Lundell. Luostarinen, a point in 4 or 5. He's plus 141. So some value with him. Goal streaks, Marchand has scored in back-to-back games, plus 260. Reinhart has scored in 4 or 5, having that streak end, plus 180 in the last game. Assist streaks, Maki Samoskevich, 3 games in a row, 4 of his last 5 with an assist, plus 231 for the Florida Panthers. And the final game, Tampa Bay and Vegas. Tampa Bay 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between the teams. 5 overs, 1 under. 1 game finished with 6 goals. Previous games between these teams. I would lean with the draw. I would lean with the draw in that one. Mostly because I'm just not sure what's going to happen. So I would kind of lean with the draw. It seems like a good draw spot between 2 really good teams. Now, Tampa wasn't a really good team to start the year, but they played much better recently. Brandon Hagel had his point streak end, as did Cirelli in their last games, but Hagel scored in 4 or 5. He's plus 230. And then Shea Theodore had his assist streak end recently. Hedman an assist in back-to-back games for the Tampa Bay Lightning. But that's it. That's today's show. Before I get to the comments, premium plays, I have a best bet over at picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. $15 for my best bet, and also a player prop 5-pack. 3 of the player props I've given you guys already, and there's 2 other ones in that premium package over on the site. Best deal right now on the site: 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day all access passes over on picksandparlays.net. Terry asking for a friend, do you release NFL picks? Yes, very little so far this year. I've kind of been slowing down with NFL. Alec Pierce receiving yards is an auto bet for me right now for the Indianapolis Colts. So that is something I would look at. Tonight's game, I don't like anything at all. Completely staying off. So, but right now, Alec Pierce for the Colts has just been money because his receiving yards prop is low every week. But when Daniel Jones throws far, he's throwing to Pierce, and Pierce catches it. So I cashed in the first quarter, in the first drive with that the last game. So I'll be betting that on Sunday if they play. Bunting Point, plus 140. He's been playing good. I agree. Zegras assist has been a very good play. I agree. Goche, I didn't mention his shots on goal, but yes, over 3.5 shots on goal, plus 105. He has at least 6 shots on goal in 4 of his last 5 games. A lot of guys get 1 or 2 shots in a game. Some good scorers get 3. But for a guy to get 6 shots in 4 of his last 5 games, I don't even know what to say. He's shooting the puck a lot, obviously. Captain Bry's with you on that. Harvey, touchdown. Yes, he is a touchdown 3 games in a row. So that could be a good look for the Denver Broncos. Canes game over 6. All right. Sounds good. But that's today's show. Best of luck to everybody today. Let's see what tomorrow's slate looks like. 4 games tomorrow. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck on the NHL tonight. I think today is going to be a good day. So we'll see if I'm right. We'll see if I'm right tomorrow when I recap the show, as I always do. Good matchup for Zay Flowers tonight. Does he play tonight? Fine show as always. Thank you, Terry Ray. I appreciate that. Best luck to everyone, and we'll see you guys in the next show. Thanks for watching, guys.